also like, yeah, positive environment, because it is a marathon, it's not a sprint. And so you need this positivity and happiness around you, because yeah, it's like a constant war you're fighting, right? So you want to have a, nice headspace, for the rest of the time, or like try to kind of, be able to reset some of that.
You want people who are your cheerleaders, who are there with you on the journey in a very positive fashion. And, I will admit that we've been lucky enough to enjoy some of that. And that's why we're even here. Like, we have had a supportive group of core people who supported our journey, who continued to fund us. But I think it's very easy to, in the early days, not know that and kind of get into something for the short term. But then you realize that this is a marathon. It's going to continue for a long period of time.
Who is an entrepreneur you admire?
I'll go with Lisa Su, the AMD CEO. It's what she has been through with AMD and turned it around. I am just beyond impressed. I think there are a number of companies like that, but AMD was in a really tough spot a couple of decades ago, and where she has brought it today is just absolutely phenomenal. I would say lots to learn from that tenacity and resilience.
I think would mean even more to her knowing that it comes from somebody at Qualcomm.
Watching AMD from Qualcomm, and definitely, felt like one of those companies that's not going to make it. And from there to where they've come is monumental.
Cool. And what's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
So I think the best piece of advice was when I was trying to raise our Series A, and I met with one of the VCs in Silicon Valley, early stage VCs, and he was reviewing our platform, kind of looking over some of the metrics, and he was impressed but didn't feel like it was quite there yet where he can fund us. We had, I think, 30 days of cash left to do something, and his advice was be a cockroach. Like, do whatever you can to get through the next phase of growth, and you'll come out on the other side. And that has kind of stuck with me, because anytime you're in that situation, and we've been on the brink more than a few times, you really have to think about what's going to save us and how can we get to the other side.